What books did I read this month? Nobody knows. Oh my god, my pimple. Let's pretend that doesn't exist and that this is great lighting. Hello guys. That was a little bit of a chaotic thing. Here are all the books that I read in the month of April. You might be wondering, Chloe, it is in fact almost the end of May. I know. I have been slacking off, to say the least, but that's okay. I'm not hating myself for it. I needed the break, but we are back, and we are back with a bang. So this month, the month of April, we read 12 books. 5 of those were physical books, 6 of those were Kindle Unlimited books, and 1 of those was an audio book. I know, what a development. Let's just start. This book was the first book that I read this month. This is It Ends With Us with Colleen Hoover. And if you have not heard of this book, I am surprised that you haven't. Because I feel like this book, myself included, was the first book that got everyone into reading. So I obviously cannot hate it because it got me started on this journey, which I am ever so grateful to be on. However, I did reread this because I have a video coming up where I read my friend's favorite books, and this was my friend Amelia's favorite book. And so I reread it because I was like, you know what, it'd be interesting to see my point of view from when I read it. I think I initially rated it a 4 stars, I want to say. I don't know, I didn't really do ratings in the beginning, but I think I rated it a 4 star. And you know, upon rereading this, I kind of knew I wasn't going to have a good time considering how my taste has changed and how I've read other Colleen Hoover books before and didn't really like them. Rereading this book, I kind of knew I wasn't going to like it. I did give it a 2 stars. I loved Atlas, who wouldn't? I hated the letters to Ellen DeGeneres, and I also am wondering how I did not see the red flags that were, you know, that were very, very prevalent. How did I not see that when I first read it? I'm not too sure. Kind of concerned for myself. Look up the trigger warnings. There is a little bit of DV and other things in this book. There is also, I can't think, yeah. 2 stars. Clearly it has encapsulated. Next book. So then I decided to go from one extreme to the other because we all know Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I will never shut up about this book. I love this book. This book is a 10-star book for me. I love it. I beg you to read this book. There is a reason why it is so overhyped. There is a reason it is valid. I love this book. I love certain characters. I just love this book. I will never shut up about it. I love it. I recommend it to every single person who's trying to get into fantasy. Great for beginners who are trying to get into fantasy. I read this and then I read ACOTAR, which is another popular fantasy series, and yeah, love it. Highly, highly recommend it. Of course, it's a 5-star, it's a 10-star, it's my baby. I literally reread it and I was really scared to reread it because I thought that it wasn't going to be as good as when I first read it, but rereading it, I just loved every second of it. I literally annotated, I don't know if you can see back there, but I got a cover from Bluey Blue and it's stunning. It's literally stunning. I annotated it. I love this book. So the reason why I reread this book, not only because it's my favorite, but because I wanted to read Iron Flame with a fresh mind. And I don't want to spoil anything, but what was this book? What was this book? I read all 600 pages of this book. What was that? What was that? If you know, you know, but what was that? I cannot wait for the next one. This one was obviously a 5 stars. This is the first one, 10 stars. This one's like a 5-star. I love this book. It was everything I asked for. I'm glad that I read it, reread this and then went in straight into this one, because I think that just really helped me refresh my mind and get me more into the story and everything. But boy, was that alright. I cannot think about the ending or I'll cry. So then I read Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I've been trying to read the Caraval series for like a year now. It's been a long time. I'm still on finale. I've been trying to read that book, I swear, for like 3 months. I'm just not enjoying it. I don't really enjoy this series, but I did give this book a 3.5. I enjoyed it a lot more than I did the first book, but it did take me a while to get into it, and once I got into it, it was good. But the last book is causing me some strife, so 3.5. Then I wanted to change things up a little bit, so I read a hockey romance. Yeah, I think I am almost an expert on hockey romances at this point. I'm pretty sure I've read every single one on Kindle Unlimited. So I read Famous Last Words by C.W. Farnsworth, and I gave it a 3 stars. I think it was good. I genuinely do not remember the plot of this book. I just remember having a good time reading it. And then straight after that one, I went into the second one, which is Against All Odds, again by C.W. Farnsworth. And I gave it 4 stars. Well, it was super cute. Don't ask me what they're about. I genuinely don't know. Then I went down to go visit my family, and it's a long car ride. It's a very long car ride. So I decided to listen to the audiobook of Heartstrong by Elodie Pullen, which I have the physical copy here. My friend Amelia has been begging me to read this book for ages. She said it's so heartwarming, like it's such a sad story, you will cry, and yes, I did cry. If you don't know, Elodie Pullen is a woman and her partner dies, and she has the decision on whether she wants to remove the sperm of her husband and have his child, and it's all about her decision and her grief and all that. I would recommend it. I don't rate biographies just because it's personal. It's just not something for me to rate, but it was a lovely story to read, and it was very sad. Then we moved back right into the hockey romances. So I started the Megan Quinn series, which is the Vancouver Agitators. So the first one is Kiss and Don't Tell, and I gave it a 3 stars. Just thought it was a nice hockey romance. Guy falls first, guy falls hard. Love that trope. Then we move into the next one, which is called Those Three Little Words, and I gave this one a 2 stars. Which I did not think I was capable of giving a hockey romance a 2 stars, but I did not like it at all. And what really ruined it for me was the main girl character. Like, I understand why she was the way that she was. I understand. However, I just could not stand her at all. Still to this day, I cannot stand her. Like I get what the author was trying to do. She portrayed it really well. Just really pissed me off. So then went into the next one, which was Right Man, Right Time. This is number 3. And again, gave it a 3 stars. Quick, easy read. There's a little bit of an age gap in this one. Wasn't a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of age gap romances, so take that with what you will. And then the final one for now in this series, I think there's going to be one more after, and it's called He's Not My Type. This one was my favorite out of the series. I gave it 4 stars. I love their relationship and how he gives off teddy bear vibes, and I don't know how else to explain it, but he just does. And then the final book of this month that I read was Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I am surprised I have not read this sooner. This made my heart hurt so much. Yeah, this was painful. I gave it 4 stars. Childhood, lovers, second chance, like, it's a cute book. So I think that sums up all of the books that I read in the month of April. And now we are going into the month of May, and I can say to you that I've read 1 book. If that doesn't tell you how busy I've been, I don't know what will. So I've read 1 book, and in terms of my TBR for this month, I think I'm being really loose with it. Ideally, I would like to finish Throne of Glass this month. It's starting to get a little bit autumny, starting to get into that weather. That would be perfect for it. I just need to sit down and read that tandem read, and then finally read the final one. That is my main goal for this month. However, there is about a week or 2 left of May, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that. So if I don't, I do just want to continue reading and finishing series that I have not finished yet. I think I've only got about 5 books left in that sphere without the Throne of Glass. So I kind of want to see if I can read them, kind of get back into reading, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking around even though I have been extremely inconsistent. Yeah, I think that's all. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video.